Let me ask you something. What if you could go back in time to 2015 and put just $1,000 into Nvidia? That tiny investment would be worth more than $100,000 today. Or imagine if you had caught Tesla right before its massive rally in 2019. Your portfolio might look completely different right now. Now here's the point. These life-changing opportunities don't happen every year. But in 2025, we are standing on the edge of something very similar, a wave of growth stocks that are set up not by hype, but by real fundamentals to absolutely explode. And in this video, I'm going to walk you through the top 7 growth stocks for 2025. Companies that are positioned at the center of artificial intelligence, clean energy, digital transformation, and some of the most powerful megatrends of our time. But before we dive in, a quick reminder. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. What you're about to hear is ground reality analysis, real numbers, real trends, and why these 7 stocks could be the biggest growth opportunities of the year. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have a crystal clear watch list of the 7 growth companies that could define the future of investing in 2025. So why growth stocks? Why now? Here's the truth. 2025 isn't just another year. It's a turning point. Think about it. We're living in a world where artificial intelligence is moving from hype to everyday use. Electric vehicles are no longer luxury. They're becoming mainstream. Cloud computing, cybersecurity, and digital payments are the backbone of global business. Green energy is accelerating faster than ever, thanks to government policies and climate urgency. And let's not forget demographics. Gen Z investors are entering the market, bringing billions of fresh dollars and a higher appetite for risk. If history has taught us anything, it's this. When multiple megatrends converge, that's when new giants are born. Amazon in the 2000s, Tesla in the 2010s, Nvidia in the early 2020s. The big question for you and me is, who's next? Part 2. The top 7 growth stocks set to explode in 2025. All right, let's get into the list. And remember, this isn't hype. This is ground reality. 1. Nvidia, NVDA. The AI powerhouse. Let's be honest, Nvidia is everywhere, and that's not by accident. In 2024, Nvidia didn't just dominate the news cycle, they became the beating heart of artificial intelligence. Their GPUs, those little chips, are literally the engines that power everything from ChatGPT to self-driving cars to advanced medical research. But here's the ground reality. Nvidia isn't just selling hardware anymore. They've built an entire ecosystem. CUDA, their software platform, locks developers into Nvidia's world. Their DGX-AI supercomputers are shaping the future of data centers. Revenue exploding, margins strong, demand nowhere near slowing down. Here's the truth. Nvidia is no longer just a chip maker. They are the infrastructure of the AI economy. 2. Tesla, TSLA, beyond electric cars. I know what you're thinking. Tesla? Haven't we heard this before? But let me tell you something. Tesla is not just a car company. That's too small of a box. Tesla is an energy and technology company disguised as an automaker. In 2025, Tesla's biggest growth drivers won't just be vehicles. It'll be energy storage, solar, and robotics. The Tesla Bot project? Sounds futuristic. But remember, people laughed at Tesla's EV dreams back in 2010 too. And let's not forget expansion. With new production in Mexico and India, Tesla is targeting billions of customers. Plus, their Megapack energy storage business is already gaining global traction. That business alone could rival, or even surpass, their car sales. So no, Tesla's story isn't over. In fact, it may just be entering its most exciting chapter. 3. Microsoft, MSFT, the silent AI winner. When you hear Microsoft, maybe you think about Windows or Office. But here's what most people don't see. Microsoft is quietly becoming one of the most powerful AI plays in the world. Their partnership with OpenAI has put them front and center in the AI race. They're not just experimenting, they're embedding AI into the daily lives of billions of people. Microsoft 365, Teams, Azure Cloud, even Windows itself, all are now powered by AI. Ground reality? Microsoft doesn't need to reinvent the wheel. They just need to integrate AI into the tools people already use every single day. And guess what? They're doing exactly that. With Azure growing rapidly, Microsoft has the cash, the customers, and the scale to dominate. For investors, it's rare to find a trillion-dollar company that still has this much room to grow. 4. ASML. ASML, the gatekeeper of chips. Now, let's talk about a name most people have never heard of, ASML. This company, based in the Netherlands, is the gatekeeper of the semiconductor industry. They build lithography machines, the machines that make the world's most advanced chips possible. And here's the kicker, they are the only company in the world that can do it at this level. Without ASML, there's no Nvidia, no Apple, no Samsung. Their EUV technology is unmatched, and that gives them something close to a monopoly. Ground reality? ASML doesn't sell to you and me, but every chip maker in the world depends on them. They're basically the toll booth of the digital economy. Every car that drives on this highway pays them. 5. Palantir, PLTR, the data king. Now, here's a controversial one. Palantir. Some investors love it, others call it overhyped. But let's cut through the noise. We live in a world drowning in data. Governments, corporations, militaries, everyone needs to make sense of mountains of information. Palantir's platforms do exactly that. They turn raw data into actionable decisions. In 2024, Palantir leaned hard into AI, allowing companies to build custom AI models on their platforms. Their government contracts are strong, and their commercial business is starting to scale. Ground reality? Whether you like them or not, Palantir is solving one of the most important problems of our time: how to make sense of endless data. That makes them a serious growth play. 6. Shopify. Shop. The future of online business. E-commerce isn't new, but Shopify has built the backbone for millions of businesses around the world. In 2025, Shopify's growth story will come from AI-driven tools, global expansion, and integrations with social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Ground reality? Shopify isn't trying to beat Amazon. They're building the infrastructure for everyone else. They're giving small businesses the power to compete. And with global e-commerce still under 25% penetration, there's massive room for growth. Shopify is not just a platform, it's the foundation of the next wave of digital entrepreneurship. 7. Enphase Energy, ENPH, the Renewable Disruptor. Last but not least, let's talk clean energy. Enphase Energy. They specialize in solar microinverters and storage solutions. Tesla gets all the headlines, but Enphase is quietly building one of the strongest positions in renewable energy. As governments invest billions in clean energy and homeowners look for independence from the grid, Enphase is providing the technology to make it happen. Ground reality? The energy transition isn't optional. Fossil fuels are declining. Renewables are the future. Enphase may not be a household name yet, but they're positioned to become one of the leaders of this shift. Part 3. The common thread. Now you might be asking, what do all these companies have in common? It's simple. Megatrends. AI, Nvidia, Microsoft, Palantir. Digital transformation, Shopify. Clean energy, Tesla, Enphase. Semiconductors, ASML. These aren't fads. They're long-term structural changes in the economy. Betting on the leaders in these trends is how generational wealth is built. Part 4. The risks. But let's keep it human. Let's keep it honest. growth stocks aren't risk-free. Nvidia could face competition from AMD or custom chips by big tech. Tesla has rivals in China pushing hard into EVs. Microsoft may face regulatory pressure. ASML's success depends on geopolitics and supply chains. Palantir must prove it can scale beyond government contracts. Shopify competes against Amazon's growing seller services. Enphase is exposed to changing policies and energy prices. So no, these aren't lottery tickets. They're long-term bets. And like any bet, there's risk. Part 5. Conclusion. So here's where we land. 2025 isn't just another year. It's a convergence point. AI, clean energy, e-commerce, and semiconductors all crashing together at once. And the 7 companies we talked about, Nvidia, Tesla, Microsoft, ASML, Palantir, Shopify, and Enphase, are positioned at the center of it all. Some are safer, some are riskier, but together they form a list of companies that could shape the next decade. And here's the truth. The biggest mistake most investors make is waiting, sitting on the sidelines. Every great stock, Amazon in 2002, Apple in 2007, Tesla in 2013, looked expensive and risky before it exploded. The ground reality: you can't time the market perfectly, but you can spot megatrends, identify leaders, and position yourself early. So, as we step into 2025, the question is this: which of these growth stocks will you keep your eyes on? And more importantly, which ones will you act on? If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Because in the next videos, I'll be doing deep dives into each of these companies, one by one. And now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below. Which of these 7 growth stocks do you think has the highest potential in 2025? Let's spark a real conversation. Until next time, invest wisely, stay patient, and remember, the future always belongs to those who prepare for it today.